Hi, and welcome to another episode of the CDEX tutorial. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to use the CDEX Runner to run your test cases. CDEX Runner is a command line interface tool that can play test cases. It takes in the test cases recorded by the CDEX recorder as the input, while execute them via the WebDriver. The WebDriver can open up the targeted browser with the normal GUI. It also supports running test cases in headless browser mode, which means to have a browser without a graphical user interface. And after the execution of the test cases, CDEX Runner can automatically send the test reports via email, Slack, or Line. This way, it is possible to run your test cases without the need to open up any graphical interfaces, and while the test case is running, you can sit back and wait for the CDEX Runner to notify you with the results once your test cases finish running. Isn't it great? Well, let me show you how to set up the CDEX Runner in your computer now. The first step is to download the Selenium standalone server and the browser drivers you wish to test your test cases on. The browsers currently supported are Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Opera, and Safari. Make sure you also have Java and Node.js installed in your computer. There is a document containing all the links to the downloading sites in the descriptions below. Once you've downloaded everything, extract the browser drivers into the same folder as the Selenium standalone server. Open a terminal inside this folder and run the following command to start the standalone server. You can copy this command from the document listed in the description box too. Next, open up another terminal and run npm install -g at cdex/runner. This command will let you install the CDEX Runner globally in your computer. Next, prepare a folder with the test suites you want to execute. You can record your test cases with the CDEX recorder and export them as a JSON file or HTML file. Now, we can prepare a configuration file to specify the test cases we want to execute and how we want to execute them. This configuration file should be in the format of a JSON file. A quick note here is that you can actually export the settings at the CDEX option page and use it as the base of your configuration file. This way, you can have all of the playback preferences of the CDEX recorder on your CDEX Runner. But before adding this file to the CDEX Runner, we need to add a few more keys to this file. Open the exported setting.json. You should first define a key called input that contains the path to your test suite files, which is the JSON or HTML file you just exported from the CDEX recorder. If you are using global variables in your test cases, make sure you specify the file to the path under the key variables. Next, check for the WebDriver key in your configuration file. If you toggled on the WebDriver and selected the targeted browser on the CDEX recorder before exporting the settings, you should see the WebDriver key with its browser specified in your file. If you didn't, you can add these settings to your file manually. If you want to run your test cases with headless browsers, you can add an argument under the browser capability option like this, and you won't see a GUI browser showing up when your test case is running. And if you are running an internationalization testing, add the path to your I18N language files under the key I18N. Next, let's set up the report options. You should see a report key if you exported the settings from the CDEX recorder. You can set up the path to store your reports locally by adding a key named path. However, if you want to set up other notification channels, such as email, Slack, or Line, you can add them in this file too. For the email notification, add a key named mail. I'm using the SMTP server of the Gmail in this example. You can pretty much copy and paste these configurations into your file. Change the user to your own Gmail account and change the path to your app password. You can generate this app password by going into Manage Your Account in your Google account. Click on Security on the left menu. Scroll down to Sign in into Google and click on App Passwords. Enter your password and continue. To generate an app password, select Mail as the app and Computer as a device. The app password should be generated and you can paste it into the configuration file. Next, under the mailer options, you can enter the email addresses you are sending the reports from and who you want to send the reports to. together with a customized subject and a mail body. Next, for sending the reports via Slack, add a key named Slack and enter your Slack token and channel. To get these values, you can first create a workspace in Slack and pick a channel. The last node in your URL that prefixed with C is your channel ID, which should be placed in the configuration file as the value for channel. Now for the token. Go into api.slack.com and click on Your Apps in the upper right corner and then create an app. Enter your app's name and select your workspace. When you are done creating your app, look for All Auth and Permissions in the navigation panel. Scroll down to Scopes and you should see Bot Token Scopes and User Token Scopes. Add two scopes, chat::write and file::write in both bot token scopes and user token scopes. When you're done, scroll up to the top and click on Install to Workspace. After allowing your installation, you should see two access tokens. Copy the bot user OAuth access token to your configuration file as the value for token. Now, back to your workspace. Click on the info icon on the top right corner and click on More. Select Add Apps. Add the bot you just created to the workspace and you are all set for the Slack channel notification. You can also set up a customized message under the text key. This message will show up at the top of your report when you send the reports to your Slack channel. Moving on, for sending the reports via Line, add a key named Line and enter your Line Notify token. To generate the Line Notify token, first navigate to notify-bot.line.me. Sign into your Line account and click on My Page. Click on Generate Token and you can enter the name of your bot and select the group chat you would like to send your test reports to. When you're done, press Generate Token. Paste this token back into your configuration file. You can also set up a customized message under the text key. And now we are all set to start the CDEX runner. All you have to do now is to open a terminal, preferably under the same path as the configuration file, and run cdex/runner-config with your configuration file's relative path. If you set your browser to headless mode, your browser won't show up with a GUI. If you didn't set it to headless, the browser will pop up and show the test steps. And when the execution is completed, CDEX Runner will automatically send the reports to the notification channels you set up earlier. And well, this is it for today. I hope you find this video being helpful. Be sure to check out other videos in the playlist for more tutorials about CDEX. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in another video.